In the stillness of this moment, allow yourself to pause, to simply breathe, for in the deepest breaths of silence, there is an awakening waiting to unfold. You have traveled far, reaching out into the world, searching, longing, questioning, striving. But what if, just for a moment, the very thing you are searching for is already within you? What if everything you have sought, every question you have asked, every answer you have yearned for is already here right now, hidden not in some faraway place, but in the sacred silence of your own being? There is a quiet voice within you, a whisper that carries the wisdom of the ages. It is the voice of the divine intelligence that breathes life into you, that causes your heart to beat in rhythm with the pulse of the universe. It speaks not in words, but in the stillness between your thoughts, in the quiet spaces of your mind, in the peace that emerges when you release the world outside and turn inward. You were never meant to search endlessly, never meant to strive or struggle. The truth you seek is not out there, it is already here within you, waiting for you to remember. This moment, this very breath, is sacred. It is the moment where all searching ceases. It is the moment where the mind quiets, where the restless thoughts fall away, and the soul recognizes its true nature. You are not separate from the divine. You are the divine, expressing itself in human form. You are the vessel through which the infinite flows. You are the light in the darkness, the stillness in the storm, the truth in the midst of illusion. There is nothing you need to become. You do not need to change, to fix, or to strive. You are already whole. You are already enough. The very essence of who you are is perfect, complete, and whole. You are the embodiment of divine wisdom, divine love, and divine peace. You are already the answer you seek. We spend so much of our lives searching for validation, seeking approval from the outside world, striving to prove our worth, and yet we forget the simple truth. We are enough. You are enough. The divine does not look for you to prove your worth. You were created in love, from love, and for love. The universe does not need you to be anything other than what you already are. It does not need you to be more successful, more beautiful, more accomplished, more anything. You were born complete. There is nothing more to prove. There is only the need to remember. The soul knows what the mind forgets. The soul knows the truth that the ego tries to obscure. The ego, that voice that tells you you are not enough, that you must strive harder, reach farther, become someone else, is not who you are. The ego is the mask you wear, the role you play, the illusion you have been conditioned to believe. But underneath the ego, underneath the roles, the titles, the labels, is the truth. And that truth is this: you are the divine, already whole, already perfect. When you sit in stillness, when you allow the mind to quiet and the body to relax, you begin to remember. You begin to feel the truth of your being. It is a truth that has always been there, just waiting for you to notice. It is the peace that remains when the noise of the world fades away. It is the love that is always present, even in the midst of pain and hardship. It is the wisdom that flows from the deepest part of you, guiding you, supporting you, leading you home. In the stillness, you begin to realize that there is nothing outside of you that can complete you. You have been taught that happiness, success, and fulfillment lie in the external world, that they are things you must chase, acquire, and achieve. But the truth is that all of these things are already within you. You do not need to chase happiness, for happiness is your natural state. You do not need to seek fulfillment, for fulfillment is already present in your soul. You do not need to prove your worth, for your worth is inherent in the very fact that you exist. What you seek is not something to be found, but something to be remembered. You are not here to search for meaning. You are here to remember the meaning that has always been within you. You are not here to seek love, for love is what you are. You are not here to chase peace, for peace is the essence of your being. You are not here to search for fulfillment, for fulfillment is the recognition that you are already whole. And so, in the quiet of this moment, allow yourself to rest in the truth of who you are. Release the need to search, to chase, to strive. Rest in the stillness. Rest in the knowledge that you are already complete, already enough, already whole. The path to peace, to fulfillment, to love is not a path that leads outside of you. It is a path that leads inward to the very core of your being where the divine resides. You are not the story you tell yourself. You are not the role you play. You are not the accomplishments you have achieved, nor the failures you have suffered. You are not the body you inhabit, nor the thoughts you think. You are the stillness behind it all. You are the awareness that witnesses the story, the role, the achievements, the failures, the body, and the thoughts. You are the formless presence that observes, the light that shines, the silence that holds everything. And when you awaken to this truth, when you realize that you are not the ego, but the divine presence that watches over it all, everything changes. The struggles you once faced, the burdens you once carried, the fears that once held you captive, these all lose their power over you. They no longer define you because you know who you truly are. You are the light, and the light cannot be dimmed. You are the peace, and peace cannot be shaken. You are the love, and love cannot be lost. In the stillness, you begin to feel the guidance that has always been there, gently leading you, supporting you, showing you the way. You are not alone. You are always guided, always supported by the divine intelligence that flows through you, that moves you, that shapes your world. Trust in this guidance. Trust in the wisdom of your soul. Trust that you are never alone, that you are always being guided home. You are the one who is guiding yourself, not through effort, not through force, but through surrender. When you stop striving and simply allow the divine to guide you, everything unfolds with ease. Life becomes a dance, a flow, a graceful unfolding of the divine plan that has always been in motion, that has always been within you. Let go of the need to control, let go of the need to force. Allow life to flow through you and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You do not need to understand it all. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to trust that the divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you. Trust that the next step will be revealed in its own time. Trust that you are already exactly where you need to be. And when you trust, you begin to notice the miracles all around you. You begin to see the beauty in the ordinary. You begin to feel the love that surrounds you. You begin to hear the whispers of your soul guiding you toward your highest good. You begin to realize that you are never alone, that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, that every step you take is part of a divine plan that is unfolding perfectly. So, I invite you now to be still, to be quiet, to be present. In this moment, let go of all that you have been searching for, all that you have been striving toward. Allow yourself to rest in the truth that you are already whole. You are already enough. You are already the divine presence you have been seeking. Be still and know that you are guided. You are not lost. You are simply on the path of remembering. And as you remember, you awaken to the truth of who you are. And in that awakening, you are free. You are free to be exactly who you are, not who you were told to be. You are free to live from the truth of your soul, not from the expectations of the world. You are free to love without conditions, to live without fear, to create without limitations. You are free to be yourself, and in that freedom you will discover the peace, the love, and the joy that you have been seeking all along. You are already whole. You are already enough. You are already guided. And in this truth, you are free. There is a quiet knowing that resides deep within you, a knowing that transcends the chatter of the mind and the noise of the world. It is the knowing that has always been with you, waiting patiently for you to recognize it. You may have spent your life searching for this truth, looking for it in external sources, in other people, in accomplishments, in possessions, in status, in approval. But now, in this sacred moment, you are invited to return inward, to listen to that still, small voice that whispers, you are already whole. You are already enough. You are already the divine expressing itself in human form. This voice has been speaking to you all along, but the world is loud, and your mind often drowns out its whispers with worry, fear, and the constant striving for more. Yet, in the silence of the present moment, in the stillness where time ceases to exist and the noise of the world fades into the background, this voice can be heard clearly. It is the voice of your soul, reminding you that there is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to become, nothing you need to fix. The truth is, you are not here to become anything other than what you already are. In the great flow of life, there is nothing you need to chase. There is no destination to reach, no prize to claim. The moment you stop running, the moment you stop striving, you allow life to flow through you with ease. You are no longer forcing, no longer pushing. You are simply allowing the universe to work through you, trusting that everything you need is already here within you, ready to be revealed. Think of the trees that grow without effort. They do not strain to reach the sky. They do not fight the winds or the rains. They simply grow naturally, effortlessly, rooted deeply in the earth. They know who they are. They know their place in the world. They do not ask for permission. They do not need validation. They are simply being, and in their being they are fulfilling their purpose. You too are like that tree. You are rooted in the divine, growing naturally, unfolding in the perfect rhythm of the universe. You do not need to fight for your place in this world. You do not need to prove your worth. You are already here, and your presence is enough. When you stop searching outside of yourself for the answers, you begin to listen to the wisdom that is already within you. You begin to trust your intuition, your inner knowing, the guidance that rises from deep within your soul. The truth is, you have always known the way. You have always known who you are and what you are meant to do. You have simply forgotten, lost in the noise of the world, distracted by the endless demands of the ego. But now, in this moment, you are being called to remember. Remember the truth of who you are. Remember the peace that has always been within you. Remember the love that has always been your essence. You do not need to chase happiness. You do not need to look for peace. You do not need to search for love. These things are not external to you. They are not found in the world around you. They are found within. Happiness is not a goal to be achieved. It is a state of being to be recognized. Peace is not something that comes and goes with circumstances. It is the stillness that resides at the center of your being, untouched by the chaos of the world. Love is not something you find in another person. It is the essence of your being, the force that connects you to everything and everyone. And when you begin to recognize that you are already enough, that you are already whole, you no longer feel the need to search. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself, to gain approval, to collect accomplishments or possessions. You begin to live from a place of inner peace, of deep knowing, of unconditional love. You begin to create not from a place of lack, but from a place of abundance, not from a place of fear, but from a place of trust. This is the great paradox of life, that when you stop searching for what you already have, when you stop chasing what you already are, everything begins to unfold effortlessly. Opportunities come to you not because you are striving for them, but because you are aligned with your true self. Love comes to you not because you are seeking it, but because you are living in the frequency of love. Peace comes to you not because you are trying to find it, but because you are at peace with who you are. You do not need to change who you are to become more. You need only to remember who you have always been. You are not a work in progress. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a divine being, whole and complete, exactly as you are. There's nothing you need to add. There's nothing you need to take away. The divine already resides within you. It is not something you need to search for. It is already here, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be acknowledged. And when you begin to remember this truth, when you begin to align yourself with your divine essence, you begin to experience life differently. You begin to see the beauty in the ordinary. You begin to feel the peace in the present moment. You begin to notice the love that is everywhere and everything and everyone. You begin to realize that the world is not something to conquer, but something to appreciate. You begin to walk through life with grace, with ease, with a deep sense of inner knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. This is the gift of stillness. When you stop running, when you stop searching, you begin to recognize that you have never been lost. You have always been where you are meant to be. The journey is not about becoming something more. It is about remembering what you already are. It is about returning to the truth of who you are, divine, whole, and complete. And as you remember, you begin to feel a deep sense of peace that comes from knowing that all is well. You no longer feel the need to control. You no longer feel the need to manipulate or force things to happen. You trust that life is unfolding perfectly, and you allow yourself to flow with it. You are not separate from life. You are life itself, unfolding, expanding, growing in the divine rhythm of the universe. So take a moment now and simply breathe. Let go of the need to chase, to strive, to search. Allow yourself to rest in the stillness, knowing that you are already whole, already enough, already complete. Allow the truth of who you are to rise up within you, to fill you with peace, with love, with grace. And as you sit in this stillness, you will begin to feel the gentle guidance that has always been with you, leading you forward, showing you the way. You are already guided. You are already whole. You are already the divine in human form. And in this truth, you are free. Free to be who you are. Free to live in alignment with your soul. Free to walk through life with peace, with love, with joy. You are not on a journey to become more. You are on a journey to remember who you have always been. And in this remembrance, you are free. Free to be still. Free to know that you are already guided. Free to know that you are already enough. In the stillness, you begin to understand that life is not something to be controlled or managed, but something to be surrendered to. The very act of surrender is not weakness. It is the deepest form of strength. It is the realization that you do not have to fight against life. You do not have to wrestle with the universe in order to make it bend to your will. The truth is, when you stop fighting, when you stop resisting, life begins to flow effortlessly. The river of life does not struggle to move. It simply moves. And so it is with you. When you let go of the illusion of control, you return to the natural rhythm that has always been within you. This surrender is not a resignation. It is not a giving up. No, it is the opposite. It is a trusting, a knowing that you are part of something much larger than yourself. You are a thread woven into the infinite tapestry of existence. The moment you release the need to control the outcome, the moment you stop trying to fit your life into a predetermined mold, you allow the divine intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos to guide you. It is the most sacred act of faith. Faith not in the outcome, but faith in the unfolding. It is a recognition that all you need to do is show up. Life will do the rest. The ego tells you that you must control, that you must plan, that you must force things into place. The ego thrives on the illusion of separation, the belief that you are separate from the flow, separate from the divine. But in truth, there is no separation. There never has been. The same life force that beats your heart, that breathes through your lungs, is the same life force that moves the stars, that grows the trees, that causes the waves to rise and fall. You are not an isolated being. You are an expression of the divine, part of the grand design of the universe. And just as the ocean does not worry about the tides, you need not worry about the outcome. Your only role is to align with the truth that is already present within you. This alignment, this surrender, is the key to your inner freedom. It is the moment you stop looking outside of yourself for answers, for validation, for fulfillment. It is the moment you realize that all you need is already here within you, waiting to be recognized. The love, the peace, the joy you have been seeking in the world are not outside of you, they are within you, dormant and ready to be awakened. The universe is not something you need to search for, it is something you are. When you begin to live from this place, everything shifts. The way you see the world changes, the way you see yourself changes. You begin to recognize that every encounter, every experience is an invitation to align further with the truth of your being. The world becomes not something to fight against, but something to dance with. You are no longer driven by fear, by the desire for approval, by the need to prove your worth. You are simply being in full alignment with the rhythm of the universe. And when you align with that rhythm, everything you need, everything you desire comes to you effortlessly. You are not here to chase. You are here to be. The world has told you that your worth is based on what you achieve, on what you possess, on what others think of you. But this is not the truth. Your worth is intrinsic, born with you, unwavering, and eternal. When you remember this truth, when you align with your divine essence, the need to chase fades away. You no longer seek approval from the outside world because you have already given yourself permission to be whole. You no longer look for validation in accomplishments or possessions because you know that your true worth cannot be measured by such fleeting things. When you walk through life knowing that you are enough just as you are, a shift occurs. You no longer feel the need to compare, to compete, to prove yourself. You no longer feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, pushing you to be something more than you already are. You begin to live from a place of abundance, of peace, of love. You begin to radiate these qualities, not because you are trying to impress others, but because you are in alignment with your true self. And when you radiate this energy, the world responds. You attract the people, the opportunities, the experiences that are in harmony with who you are. You no longer chase, you allow. This is the miracle of alignment. The more you align with the truth of who you are, the more the world aligns with you. This is not about forcing outcomes, but about trusting the divine flow. This is not about struggling to create a life that fits your desires. It is about allowing your desires to be fulfilled through the natural order of the universe. When you trust in the unfolding, you no longer need to worry about the details. You trust that everything will fall into place exactly as it is meant to because you are in harmony with the universe. There is a profound peace that comes with this realization, a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, a peace that does not come and go with the changing tides of the world. This peace is unshakable because it comes from within. It is the peace that arises when you stop fighting against life, when you stop struggling to control the future, when you stop resisting the present moment. It is the peace that arises when you surrender to the flow of life, when you trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, exactly as it should. And this peace is not just for you. As you align with your true self, as you rest in the knowing that you are already whole, already enough, you become a beacon of light for others. Your peace becomes their peace. Your love becomes their love. Your presence becomes a reminder of the divine truth that resides within them as well. You become a living expression of the sacred, and in doing so, you inspire others to remember their own divinity. This is the gift of living in alignment. It is not just about your own peace, your own fulfillment, your own joy. It is about the ripple effect that your inner alignment creates in the world. When you live from the truth of who you are, you become a source of light for others to follow. You become a mirror for others to see their own divine reflection. You become a reminder that they too are whole, are enough, are already perfect just as they are. You are not here to save the world. You are here to remember who you are, to align with your divine essence, and to share that alignment with the world. When you do this, you create a space for others to remember too. You become a conduit for divine love, peace, and wisdom to flow into the world, not through force, not through struggle, but through surrender. And so, my dear friend, I invite you to continue this journey of alignment. It is not a destination to be reached, but a state of being to be recognized. It is not something to achieve, but something to allow. The more you align with the truth of who you are, the more you will experience the beauty, the peace, the love, and the abundance that the universe has always intended for you. It is all here already, waiting for you to remember. And so, as you walk through your life, remember this: you are already enough, you are already whole, you are already the divine, expressing itself in human form. Trust in the unfolding. Surrender to the flow. And know that as you align with your true self, everything you need, everything you desire will come to you effortlessly. You are not alone. You are not lost. You are already guided. Always have been, always will be. And now, in the quiet of your soul, let it sink in that you are already home. You have always been home. The seeking, the searching, the yearning, it was never about finding something outside of you. It was always about returning to the truth that was already there, hidden beneath the layers of ego, beneath the false stories you've been told, beneath the illusions of time and space. You are the home you've been looking for. Like the ocean waves that kiss the shore, gently and effortlessly, you are returning to your essence. No more fighting, no more searching, no more seeking approval or recognition. No more striving for perfection. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not separate from the love you seek, from the peace you long for, from the abundance that is your birthright. All of it is already here. You have always been complete. When you release the need to control, when you stop chasing, something extraordinary happens. The universe begins to breathe with you. The wind sings its song through your soul. The sun rises not to mark the start of your day, but to remind you that you are the light. The trees do not stand still, they sway with the dance of life, teaching you that movement is not about effort, but about trust. And so you move with the dance, with the rhythm, with the divine unfolding that has always been moving through you, whether you knew it or not. In this sacred dance, you no longer need to grasp or clutch. You can release the weight of your burdens, the weight of your fears, your doubts, your worries. They were never yours to carry. They were just shadows of the mind, passing clouds in the vastness of the sky. You are the sky, not the weather. You are the stillness, not the storm. And when you stop identifying with the storm, you reclaim the vastness of your being. You remember that you are not what you have been told you are. You are not your body, your job, your past, or your achievements. You are the infinite presence behind it all, the consciousness that observes, the light that shines through the darkness. And so you become the lighthouse. You stop searching for the shore because you realize the shore is always with you, inside you, shining from the core of your being. The light you sought to find in others, the peace you looked for in the world is already alive in you. It has always been there. It is the heartbeat of the universe, the pulse of life itself. And when you remember this, when you awaken to this truth, you no longer seek validation from the world. You simply express who you are, freely, openly, without need for approval, without desire for recognition. You become the expression of the divine love that has always been present within you. When you allow yourself to rest in this truth, you begin to see the world through new eyes. You no longer see it as something to conquer, to possess, to control. You see it as a reflection of your own heart, a canvas upon which you are free to create, to love, to express. And in this creation, in this expression, you find peace, for you know that you are not separate from the world. You are the world. You are the sky, the earth, the stars. You are the breath of life, moving, flowing, unfolding in perfect harmony. And as you move through the world with this awareness, you begin to understand that everything you have ever longed for, everything you have ever dreamed of is already within you. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to seek it. You only need to allow it to emerge from within, to rise to the surface of your being, to radiate outward. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to remember. You are here to remember that you are divine, that you are love, that you are peace. When you remember this, everything changes. Your relationships change. You no longer seek to change others, to mold them into the image of your desires. Instead, you see them as they are, in their wholeness, in their divinity, and you love them as they are because you have learned to love yourself. You no longer seek approval or validation because you realize that you are already enough just as you are, and in this realization you become free, free to live, free to love, free to create. There is nothing you need to do to become whole because you already are. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect circumstances. They are already here inside of you. The peace you seek is already here. The love you seek is already here. The joy you seek is already here. You need only to quiet the noise, to still the mind, to let go of the false stories you've been told and simply listen. Listen to the truth that is speaking to you in every moment. Listen to the love that is within you, waiting to be recognized. And so, in this moment, I invite you to let go. Let go of the past. Let go of the need to become. Let go of the illusion that you are anything less than whole, less than perfect, less than divine. You are already complete. You are already enough. You are already the love you seek, the peace you long for, the light you have been searching for. And as you rest in this truth, you will begin to feel a deep peace, a peace that comes not from external circumstances, but from the recognition of who you truly are. You will begin to feel a deep love, a love that comes not from another person, but from the remembrance of your own divine essence. You will begin to feel a deep joy, a joy that comes not from achieving, but from simply being. And in this peace, in this love, in this joy, you will begin to create a life that reflects the truth of who you are. So rest now in this truth. Rest in the stillness. Rest in the knowing that you are enough, you are whole, you are divine. And as you rest in this truth, you will begin to see the world transform. You will begin to see the beauty in every moment, the love in every encounter, the peace in every breath. And in this transformation, you will remember who you truly are, and the world will remember too. You are not here to seek, you are here to remember. And in that remembering, you are free. You are free to be who you have always been. You are free to be the love that you are. You are free to live a life of peace, of joy, of purpose, because you have remembered that you are the source of all that you seek. And in this remembrance, you will find everything you have been searching for, because it was never lost. It was always here within you, waiting for you to remember. And so, as you walk through the world, know this: you are already whole. You are already enough. You are already the divine in human form. You do not need to search. You do not need to prove. You do not need to strive. You are already it. And in this knowing, you are free, free to live, free to love, free to be. There is a place of deep stillness within you, a space that is untouched by the rushing currents of the world, a sanctuary that remains sacred no matter what storms may rage outside. It is not a place you must search for. It is not hidden. It is not a destination you must reach, but a home that has always been yours. All that is required of you is to remember it, to rest into it, to trust it as the core of your being. In this moment, you are invited to stop. Stop the striving, stop the chasing, stop the doing. For you have been conditioned to believe that life is something to be attained, something you must earn. But the truth is far simpler, far gentler. You are already whole. There is nothing outside of you that can fulfill you, nothing you must do to prove your worth. Your value is not in what you have achieved, but in the very breath that sustains your life, in the quiet presence that pulses through you, unseen but always there. When we seek, we often look outward, searching for meaning in things, in circumstances, in people. We chase love, success, peace, as though they were treasures hidden somewhere in the world waiting to be discovered. But the paradox of existence is this: what you seek is already within you. It always has been. The love you crave, the peace you long for, the joy you desire, they are not things to be attained. They are aspects of your being, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be lived. You are not on a quest to find these things, but rather to uncover them, to let them rise from within you like the dawn breaks through the night sky. The mind will tell you otherwise. It will fill you with noise and distraction, constantly urging you to do more, be more, prove more. It will tell you that you are not enough as you are, that you must become something or someone different in order to deserve happiness. But the soul knows a different truth. The soul understands that you are already complete, already perfect as you are. You are not broken. You do not need fixing. The only thing that needs to change is your perception of yourself. You are not your accomplishments. You are not your failures. You are not your body, your thoughts, or your past. You are the awareness behind it all, the silent witness to your own life. You are the sky, not the clouds that pass through it. You are the light, not the shadow that obscures it. When you rest in this truth, when you allow yourself to simply be, the world around you begins to change. You no longer need to chase after things, for life begins to unfold before you effortlessly, naturally, in perfect harmony with your soul. You are here to live, not to struggle. You are here to express, not to impress. When you rest in God, when you rest in the knowing that you are already whole, life begins to flow through you like a river finding its course. You are not pushing the river. You are not trying to control the current. You are simply allowing the water to carry you. And in that surrender, you find peace. You find joy. You find the freedom that has always been yours. It is not in doing that you will find peace, but in being. It is not in achieving that you will find fulfillment, but in remembering that you are already enough. There is a divine intelligence at work within you, orchestrating the events of your life with perfect timing. You need not worry about the details. Trust that you are being guided moment by moment, step by step, to exactly where you need to be. The universe is not outside of you, it is within you, moving through you, unfolding your life with grace and beauty. So rest, beloved one. Rest in the knowing that you are held. Rest in the truth that all is unfolding as it should. You do not need to control the future or fix the past. You do not need to chase after something more. You are already complete, already perfect, already whole. The world may try to convince you otherwise, but the soul knows the truth. The soul knows that you are divine, that you are enough just as you are. When you release the need to control, when you let go of the desire to shape your life according to the expectations of others, something miraculous happens. You begin to experience life as it was meant to be experienced. You begin to see the beauty in the simplest moments, the sacredness in the ordinary. You begin to feel the presence of the divine in everything you do and every breath you take. You realize that life is not something that happens to you, it is something that happens through you as you. You are not separate from the divine. You are the divine. You are the expression of Source, the embodiment of love, the vessel through which the light of creation shines. There is no separation between you and the Creator. There is no distance between you and God. You are one with all that is. The only thing that keeps you from knowing this is the illusion of separation, the belief that you are alone, that you are not enough, that you must strive and struggle to prove your worth. But the truth is that you were born in perfection. You were created in the image of the divine, and you are held in love. There is nothing you must do to earn that love. It is already yours. You are already enough. And when you rest in that truth, when you allow yourself to simply be, everything in your life begins to shift. The world begins to reflect back to you the love that you already are. The universe begins to conspire in your favor, bringing you exactly what you need when you need it. So let go of the struggle, let go of the resistance, let go of the need to control the outcome. Trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. You do not need to know how everything will turn out. You do not need to have all the answers. You only need to trust the process and surrender to the flow of life. When you do this, you align yourself with the divine current that is always available to you, and you find peace in the present moment. Remember, you are already whole. You are already enough. You are already connected to Source. There is nothing you need to become, nothing you need to attain. You are not on a quest to find God. You are here to remember that God is already within you. You are not here to become whole. You are here to uncover the wholeness that has always been within you. And when you allow that truth to take root in your soul, you will experience life in its fullest, most vibrant expression. So rest in God, let life unfold. Trust that all is well and that you are exactly where you need to be. You are not alone. You are loved. You are enough. And as you rest in this truth, you will find that everything you have been seeking has been with you all along. As you allow yourself to rest in God, to rest in the truth of your being, you begin to realize that life is not a series of disconnected events to be controlled or feared. Life is a seamless unfolding of divine intelligence, and you are an integral part of that unfolding. Every moment, every breath is an expression of the divine mystery moving through you, shaping you, and drawing you closer to the eternal truth of who you are. You do not need to chase it because it is already within you. You do not need to grasp for it because it is already present, just waiting for you to notice. When you let go of the need to control your life, when you surrender your grip on the illusion of separation, you begin to trust the flow of existence itself. You begin to recognize that life is not something that happens to you, but something that happens with you. You are not a passive observer in this world. You are an active participant in the divine dance of creation. And when you surrender to this truth, when you stop fighting the current, you find that you are not swept away by the waters of life. Instead, you are carried by them, held and supported as you move with the rhythm of the universe. In this place of surrender, you begin to experience a profound peace. It is not a peace that comes from the absence of struggle, but a peace that arises from the acceptance of what is. You no longer need life to be different than it is because you know that everything in its own time is unfolding as it should. You no longer need to force the pieces of the puzzle together because you trust that the picture will form on its own. You begin to see the beauty in the chaos, the order in the disorder, the grace in the challenges, because you know that all of it is part of the divine plan. In this place of deep trust, you no longer need to seek external validation. The world cannot give you the approval that your soul already knows it has. You were not born to conform to the expectations of others. You were born to live from the truth of your own being, to express the love and light that is uniquely yours to share. You are not here to prove yourself, but to simply be yourself. And when you stand in that truth, when you allow yourself to be who you truly are, you become a magnet for the love, joy, and abundance that are your birthright. You see, the world will tell you that you need more success, more wealth, more recognition, but the soul knows the truth. The soul knows that you are already enough just as you are. The soul knows that you do not need to accumulate things to feel fulfilled. You do not need to chase after dreams that were never truly yours. You do not need to impress anyone or prove your worth. Your worth is inherent in your being. You are already perfect, already whole, already connected to Source. And when you allow yourself to rest in that truth, when you stop seeking approval from the outside world, you find that the world begins to reflect that truth back to you. The love you seek comes to you effortlessly because you are no longer trying to grasp for it. It flows to you because you have opened yourself to it, because you are no longer blocking the flow with your doubts and insecurities. The peace you crave is not something you must chase. It is already within you, waiting for you to remember it. And when you remember, when you stop fighting against the currents of life and simply rest in the present moment, that peace floods your soul. This is the beauty of life. It is a reflection of what is within you. The world you see is not separate from you. It is a mirror of your inner state. When you change your inner landscape, when you align yourself with the truth of who you are, the world around you begins to shift. It may not happen overnight, but with each passing day, as you let go of the need to control, to force, to prove, you begin to see the divine order behind the apparent chaos. You begin to feel the connection between all things. You begin to see the divine in everyone and everything, and in that seeing you are healed. Healing does not come from doing. It comes from being. Healing comes from resting in the truth of your divinity, from remembering that you are not your body, your thoughts, your emotions, or your past. You are the presence that witnesses it all. You are the stillness beneath the surface of the mind, the awareness that sees all without becoming attached to any of it. And when you rest in that awareness, when you allow yourself to simply be, you experience the healing power of the divine. So let go of the idea that you must change in order to be whole. You are already whole. You are not broken. You are not incomplete. You are not lacking. You are a divine being created in the image of love, and you are perfect just as you are. All you need to do is remember. All you need to do is stop seeking outside of yourself for what you already have within. The peace, the love, the joy, they are already there. And when you rest in that truth, when you allow them to emerge naturally from within you, your life becomes a reflection of that inner peace. You are not here to search for something you lack. You are here to awaken to the truth of what you already are. You are not here to become someone else. You are here to return to your true self, to remember your divine nature, to rest in the eternal presence that is always with you. The universe is not something you must conquer. It is something you are a part of, something that flows through you, a reflection of the divine intelligence that created all things. And when you trust in that, when you surrender to the flow of life, you find that everything you need is already provided for you. The world may tell you that you must struggle to survive, that you must compete to succeed, but the soul knows the truth. You are not here to survive. You are here to live. You are here to express your unique gifts, to share your love with the world, to be a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. You are not here to chase after fleeting desires or to prove your worth. You are here to remember your divine nature and to rest in the knowing that you are enough. You are here to express the love, the joy, the peace that resides within you and to share that light with the world. You are not here to build a legacy of accomplishments, but to build a legacy of presence. Your life is not about what you do, it is about who you are. And when you rest in that truth, when you allow yourself to simply be, your life becomes a beautiful reflection of the divine, unfolding effortlessly, just as it was meant to be. So rest, beloved soul. Rest in the knowing that you are held. Rest in the knowing that all is well. Rest in the knowing that you are already complete. And as you rest, life will unfold before you, exactly as it is meant to, in perfect harmony with the divine. And so, as you rest in the truth of who you are, you begin to experience the incredible liberation that comes with surrender. This surrender is not a giving up or a resignation. It is a gentle return to your natural state, the state of being that existed before the world told you who you should be, before the conditioning and the expectations molded you into someone you thought you needed to be. It is the return to the essence of your being, the silent witness, the stillness that resides at the center of your heart. This is where your freedom lies, in the surrender to the present moment, in the trust that life will unfold as it was always meant to in its own divine timing. You see, the mind wants to control. It wants to force the future into a predictable pattern. It seeks to protect, to strategize, to manipulate. But the soul knows that it is already aligned with the flow of life, with the pulse of the universe. The soul knows that everything that happens in your life, from the most joyful moments to the most painful trials, is part of a greater unfolding, a perfect orchestration, one that is beyond the grasp of the mind and is instead felt deeply within the heart. And when you begin to feel this divine flow, when you begin to recognize that you are not separate from it, something miraculous happens. You stop fighting. You stop trying to push the river, to swim against the current, to create a life that fits into some narrow vision. You realize that life is not a problem to be solved. It is a mystery to be lived. The questions you've been asking, what is my purpose? Why is this happening to me? What should I do next? Begin to fall away because you understand that all of life's answers are already within you, planted deeply in the core of your being. You no longer need the approval of the outside world. You no longer need to meet society's expectations of success, beauty, or achievement. You no longer need to prove your worth because you know deep in the marrow of your bones that your worth is intrinsic, it is eternal, and it is beyond the reach of anything the world could offer or take away. You are not what you have done. You are not what you own. You are not even what you have become. You are the essence of who you are, an unshakable presence that can never be diminished or diluted. And when you know this, when you rest in this knowing, you become a force of peace, a force of love, a force of presence, not in the striving to change the world, but in the deep, unwavering stillness that radiates from your being. And it is in this stillness that life begins to speak to you, not through the noise of the world, not through the distractions and demands that come from the outside, but through the subtle whispers of the heart. It is here, in the stillness, where you will hear the voice of your soul, the voice that speaks not in words, but in feelings, in intuitions, in gentle nudges. And you begin to trust that voice. You begin to trust that when you listen to the rhythm of your soul, when you align with its truth, you are moving in harmony with all that is. The divine is not separate from you. It is within you, guiding you, breathing through you, living through you. The mind will often challenge you. It will try to pull you away from this space of stillness, this space of surrender. The ego will whisper, you are not doing enough. You need to accomplish more. You must do this. You must fix that. But you will know in the depths of your being that these are the voices of illusion. These are the voices that want to keep you trapped in the belief that you are not enough, that you must become something more in order to be worthy. But your soul, the eternal truth of who you are, reminds you that you have always been enough. You are not a body to be perfected. You are not a mind to be fixed. You are a being of light, a child of the universe, already whole, already complete, already divine. And as you come to recognize this truth, you begin to see the world differently. You begin to see the sacredness in everything, the way the light filters through the trees, the sound of the wind rustling the leaves, the touch of a loved one's hand, the stillness of the night sky. You begin to see that the world is not a chaotic, random place, but a living, breathing expression of the divine. Every single moment, every single breath is a part of the divine unfolding, and you are an integral part of it. You no longer feel separate from the world because you know that the world is you. You are the universe, the stars, the sky, the earth. It is all one, and you are in perfect alignment with it. And in this alignment, in this deep knowing, you come to understand that you do not need to rush toward anything. You do not need to chase after anything. The illusion of scarcity, the idea that there is not enough, that you must fight for what you want, begins to dissolve. You understand that you are connected to an infinite source of love, abundance, and wisdom. You are never without. You are never lacking. The universe is always, in every moment, offering you everything you need, everything you are meant to have, everything you are meant to experience. And the more you rest in this truth, the more your life begins to mirror it. You begin to attract the people, the experiences, the opportunities that are in alignment with your highest good, and everything begins to flow with effortless grace. This is the miracle of surrender. This is the power of trusting the divine order of life. When you stop forcing, when you stop striving, when you stop trying to control the outcomes, you allow life to unfold in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. You stop thinking that you need to figure it all out, and you begin to allow life to guide you, to lead you, to carry you where you need to go. You are no longer fighting the current of life. You are moving with it, dancing with it, and in doing so, you discover that life is not something to be endured, it is something to be celebrated. You begin to see that you were never meant to struggle, never meant to force. You were meant to be at peace, to be in flow, to be in harmony with all that is. And when you rest in that flow, when you let go of the need to control the world around you, you find that the world begins to change. You begin to experience miracles. Not in the grand, dramatic ways you might have imagined, but in the quiet, subtle ways that life speaks to you when you are still enough to hear it. The miracle is in the peace that fills your heart, the love that flows through your life, the clarity that arises when you stop seeking, stop striving, stop pushing. In this space of surrender, you come to realize that you are not separate from the divine. You are not a lone wanderer, lost in a world that does not understand you. You are the divine in form, walking through this world, offering your light, your love, your presence to all those around you. And when you recognize this, when you begin to live from this knowing, you become a beacon for others. You begin to radiate the truth of who you are, and in doing so, you invite others to remember their own divinity, to remember their own truth. And so, the cycle continues each moment, each breath, an unfolding of divine love, of divine truth. You are not here to struggle. You are not here to fight. You are here to rest in the truth of who you are, to trust in the unfolding of your life, to allow yourself to be who you were always meant to be. When you rest in that truth, you will see that the entire universe is conspiring to support you, to guide you, to carry you through this life with grace and ease. This is the magic of surrender. This is the power of rest. This is the divine truth that you are enough, that you are whole, that you are already everything you need to be. And as you rest in this truth, you will find that life in all its beauty and mystery will unfold before you with effortless grace. And so, beloved soul, you arrive at the quiet realization that life is not a series of tasks to be completed, but a sacred dance of being, of unfolding, of remembering. The world around you is not a place to conquer, but a mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of your own essence. You are not a stranger in this world, moving through it with fear and uncertainty, but a radiant expression of the divine, walking in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. When you surrender to life, when you cease the struggle to make things fit into your limited view, you open yourself to a greater vision, the vision of your soul, the vision of the divine plan, which has always been in motion, working through you and with you. You are part of this grand design. You are woven into the fabric of existence, a unique thread in a tapestry too vast to understand with the mind. And yet, you can feel it, this interconnectedness, this unity, this peace. It is in the stillness, the sacred quiet between breaths, that you find yourself, not in the doing, not in the striving, not in the seeking, but in the being. You are being led by the invisible hand of divine intelligence, guiding you effortlessly toward the next moment, toward the next unfolding. And in this flow, you find yourself not lacking, but whole. Not searching, but remembering. You realize that you have always been exactly where you needed to be. Every step, every breath, every joy, every sorrow has led you here to this very moment where you are at one with the eternal presence that is your true nature. The world may still seem to churn with chaos. The winds may howl, the storms may rage, and yet inside you there is calm, there is peace. There is the knowing that no matter what happens, you are anchored in something far deeper than the surface events of your life. You are anchored in the timeless truth that you are enough, that you are held, that you are loved by the universe itself. The ebb and flow of life no longer disturbs you, for you are the stillness within the storm, the peace within the chaos, the light within the darkness. When you rest in God, you rest in the truth that you are already complete. The mind will continue to ask questions, to seek answers, to worry about what is to come, but your soul knows a different truth. The answers are already within you. The peace you seek is already here. The love you long for is already flowing through you. You are not incomplete. You are not missing anything. You are whole as you have always been, as you always will be. In the deepest part of you, in that sacred silence, you know that life is not something you must force or control. It is something you are invited to experience. The more you allow life to unfold naturally, the more you align with the divine flow, the more grace and beauty fill your world. You do not need to chase after happiness, success, or love. They will come to you effortlessly when you cease to chase them. When you surrender the need to achieve and simply allow yourself to be, life becomes a gift, a flowing river of love and abundance that carries you effortlessly to your highest good. So, take a deep breath. Feel the weight of the world lift from your shoulders. You are not responsible for carrying the burdens of the universe. You are here to live in it, to express it, to be a living testament to the truth that you are already everything you seek. Let go of the need to perform, to prove, to strive. Let go of the illusion that you must do something extraordinary to be worthy of love, peace, or joy. You are worthy simply because you are. You are whole simply because you exist. When you rest in God, you rest in the very source of life itself. You are a child of the universe, born of love, born of light, born of the divine. The world may tell you that you are not enough, that you must change, that you must become someone else, but your soul knows the truth. You are already perfect, already divine, already whole. You are the light of the world, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You are the love you seek. You are the peace you crave. You are the joy that comes from surrender, from allowing life to unfold as it was always meant to. And so rest, beloved one. Rest in the knowing that everything you need is already within you. Rest in the assurance that you are loved, that you are supported, that you are connected to something far greater than yourself. Trust in the divine intelligence that moves through you, that guides you, that loves you. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the need to fix. Let go of the need to become, and simply rest. Rest in the truth that you are already whole. Rest in the peace that comes from knowing that life is unfolding perfectly just as it should. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to remember who you are. You are here to shine, not with effort, but with alignment. You are the light of the world, and as you rest in that light, you illuminate everything around you. You do not need to search for God. You do not need to chase after the truth. It is already here, already within you, already unfolding just as it was meant to. So breathe deeply, beloved one. Rest in the quiet, knowing that you are enough. Rest in the truth that life is unfolding perfectly. Rest in God and let life unfold. You are already everything you seek. You always have been. You always will be.